let's get into it. So there is the whole meat-based, I hate that expression, carnivore with fruit or high fat. Which one really should you guys choose and why? Welcome everyone to my humble life. Who the frack came up with carnivore with fruit? And more people follow this concept, this theory, blindly. And then you have carnivore with high fat. And it seems almost to start to tear right down the middle that people will either choose high fat or they'll eat fruit. Now I know Paul Saladino came up with this idea of eating fruit and then calling it carnivore. It's a very, very low calorie diet. You're pretty much just not getting in enough food. So then people will eat a lot of protein and then become addicted to the fructose, because the fruit that you see in his videos are genetically altered, hybridized, selectively bred, genetically modified, like the freaking banana. Yeah. I mean, I've done keto for so long, I can see these bad trends coming 3 miles away. The reason I call carnivore with fruit a bad idea, a train wreck, it's because A, you're putting a lot of stress on the liver. B, you have blood sugar dysregulation. Fruit is going to skyrocket your blood sugar. I definitely suggest getting a glucometer or a CGM and watching what your blood sugar looks like on no glycogen storages and just fructose going straight to the liver. A lot of you guys are having problems with your ALT and your AST, your liver enzyme, your liver function, really. Because first you typically did the high protein, that didn't work, so you decide to go towards the fruit and you feel great at first. And just like the vegan world, yeah, feel great at first and then time goes by and reveals its ugly head. When you add fruit and not a starch, you can't get the storage in the muscle. And you need glycogen storage to give you ample and sustained energies without tapping into the adrenals. People keep thinking that fasting is going to create this autophagy affectation or give them some type of energy. But in the reality of the whole thing is your electrolytes tank and you can't get into ketosis and you can't get enough glycogen storage. So what happens? At first you eat the fruit and you're like, whoa, I feel so much better. I was so low energy on carnivore. Well, yeah, you're not in ketosis. People say that they eat high fat, but they're counting the fat on a ribeye. I don't count that fat because a lot of that fat, that gristly fat, gristle, is protein fibers in meat. Not really pure fat. Still, people are not reaching their fat requirement to get into ketosis. But what if you do? What if you eat enough fat, but you're still not in ketosis? Well, 9 times out of 10, it's the gallbladder. It's not releasing sufficient enough bile salts to then break down the fat, to then convert into ketones. There's a lot of moving parts in this whole thing. Obviously, if you're not adapted on a carnivore diet, which typically people are not, and you add fruit, you're going to feel better at first because you're going to get blood sugar spike and zing. You're also going to be able to hold on to your electrolytes a lot better, like your sodium, potassium, magnesium, because fructose will help hold or draw water into the cells along with the minerals. But if you don't eat fruit and you don't eat enough fat, your electrolytes are going to but if you don't eat enough fat, your blood sugar bounces. And then if you don't eat enough fat because your gallbladder is not functioning, you're malabsorptive. What I'm noticing today is that people are following these trends blindly. If they have leaky gut, it's exacerbated. I had a client today with a person who did keto, and she's like, it made me feel worse. Well, typically people are starting off with keto junk products, or not eating enough fat, or not recognizing that the butter that they're eating is giving them a histamine response. Of course, it is in my opinion that high-fat, carnivore, but really covert keto is a billion times better than the fruit choice. Because what happens when you eat fruit? Again, you can't store glycogen within the muscle, so you get a really good 10 to 15 minutes of energy, then you crash. At first you don't notice because you keep going for more fruit because it's addictive. But over time, you'll start to notice that your energy starts to decrease with protein and meat because you're not filling the gas tank enough on fruit. If you're going to do fruit, add starch. Because somebody said to eat fruit, right? Because fruit has less histamine, that's to the individual. Some people have explosive histamine to fruit. I did. Other people that I coached have had pretty bad reactions to fruit. And then there's the whole candida problem. But nobody's talking about doing carnivore with fruit, and the candida issue. Because fructose really makes candida fungus grow like bazonkers. Yeah. In my consultations, I have people stick out their tongue so I can see if there's a white coat. Back middle. Your tongue should have like a white pinkish color. If you have a thicker light spot here, that's thrush. And fructose from fruit will make that candida explode. But again, people aren't looking for anything because gurus say that you're perfect doing these diets. So why would they connect dots? That's how it works. Fruit versus ketones, there's no comparison. But what you can compare is if you don't keto adapt and your gallbladder's jacked up and then you eat fruit, then there is a comparison. You're going to feel better on fruit in the beginning if you don't have a fructose issue or candida issue. You're going to feel better at first and it's going to taste great. But that energy goes because you can't store glycogen storages on fruits. You cannot. So you're going to have to keep eating tons of fruit to keep the energy from crashing. And then the fruit creates the dysglycemia even more. It's kind of interesting. And you can't be in ketosis, so what's the point? Comment below. Have you started eating fruit because somebody said to? Do you feel better at first? Were you feeling like shite on keto? Maybe you weren't eating enough fat, or maybe your gallbladder was an issue. Again, 9 times out of 10, it's a gallbladder problem. Fix the gallbladder. That's because I moved my mom's house by myself. Yeah. Got home at 5 a.m. this morning. Then woke up to one of the crew members for the house. And then I had to run off and dump all of them. Comment below if this is you or not. Share this content. I have a website where you can book a consultation. stephanieperson.com. I run a course where I cover all 3 diets because I'm learning. Like the girl I had today, she does carbs. She got blood sugar issues. But she does not do well on keto because the gallbladder. Kind of interesting. Comment below. Share this content. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page, Stephanie Business Person. Why did I make up all these names? And my Facebook is the fan page. Yeah. And my website is stephanieperson.com. And I'm out because I'm tired. My mind has energy, but my body's like, fuck you. I said, fuck, calm down. Peace.